Right. Very quick tutorial on La Paloma. Very beautiful habanera it's an arrangement by Francisco Tarrega, it's by Yradier. So you have just, you open with a slide. It's good to prepare the pull-off, right? Right? Harmonics on the 7th fret, 6th, 5th, 4th. And then your second finger is actually going to get you on the second string. Notice that I am reaching, right? Normally I would be here in 4th position, but I want to get to the 3rd fret. Right? So I'm kind of like inching my way back towards 1st position, right? And then from the 4th string, which is just beautiful because when you get beautiful vibrato out of that 7th fret on the 4th string, on that A. And then you have to prepare yourself to jump up high, right? So you're going to start with this with this F sharp on the 7th fret. You're going to slide all the way to the 10th fret. The easiest way to do these slides is to look at where you're going, right? So don't look at where your finger is. Look at where your finger is going to be. And then you just land your bar comfortably up to the D string on the 7th fret. Now here you have 2 against 3, right? The other way around, right? So 2 against 3. And what you want to do as you superimpose them is just think that the last note of the grouping is going to be a little closer to the note you just played, right? So you got, and then you have tuplets. So first is triplets. So triplet, tuplet. That's your melody, right? Right, and all the difference is the last 16th of the first beat, right? And what does your thumb do? Your thumb is moving from the D bass to the G string and back. Right, so you're pinching the G and the B strings, and then you move back to the D string, and you hook the first string, right? And then it's just still in 7th position, and then you have a 16th right after that, right? Right, it's the same. And then it's a pull off, and you're going to have to extend your bar so it grabs the 5th string, still on the 7th fret. Notice that this time you're playing an E on the 9th fret of the 3rd string, right? And then just go back 1 fret so you're in 6th position, 4th and 3rd strings. And then your pinky is going to slide you all the way up to the 12th fret, right? So you're landing on 9th position, karate chop position, right? And make your way over to 10th fret, right? So you're going to play the C sharp on the D string, the G natural on the 3rd string, and the A on the B string, right? So 2, 3, 1. Your pinky is half stacked below your ring finger. They're both on the 12th fret, right? So again, that business, and this is measure 15, right? And then you get yourself to 11th position, and then you stretch out to 10th, right? Here you're still in 10th position, and you're going to stretch out to 9th position, and then back to 10th position, 1 and 3, 1 for the E string, so you're going at D, and then you have a B, and then you're pulling off your 1st string, adding a bass, right? And then move 1 fret, right? So you have Diads there, 7th position, right? So fifth position, 1 and 3, third position, 1, 3. You could do, but it's having open strings ring through when you can use your pinky to grab that on the fifth string. It's a little bit more controlled, right? So you have control of what's going on. And then the last line of measure 20 of that page, right? So you're back to the 10th position. And then all the way to 12. And then stay there with 1 and 2. At 3, right? Kind of like an E minor chord. Well, no, kind of E minor chord. Yes, extend your bar. That's your chord, right? A bass 1. G string 3 for the E, G's with 2 on the B string, and then the B on the first string, right? And then you have an ornament. It goes to C sharp, C sharp, right? So your pinky is going to be hammering right below your third finger here in the 9th fret. There we are. Right, a little tricky with the syncopation. It's just that last 16th going on to the next beat, right? Right, and you could do this here, and that's where I think he wants you to do it, right? But I mean, honestly, you could do it in so many places, and then, but that's more comfortable. Do it on 10th position. It's the same chord that we did earlier, and then back to 9th position. And there's a page turn. So it's just some back and forth. So you have to get used to being quick with switching 2 for 3. Right? But then on top of everything, just to make it more interesting or spicy, how we say, you add a hammer and a pullover, acting like a mordant. Making sure it's a C sharp, right? You could use 3 if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it because you have to use 3 over here. So follow the fingerings to great fingering. And then you're in 3rd position. F sharp. So he changes position right away. Little trick, make sure that you don't translate or shift the D to the C sharp, right? So when you're here in 3rd position, you don't want to do that, right? So I kind of lift my hinge a little bit. I lift my index finger so I don't carry the 2nd string. And then a lot more of the same, right? So you got that's a very, very seductive part. It's very beautiful, 35. So I would really kind of go with a lot of mystery into it. And then it's kind of the same, but you're ornamenting it, right? You're adding texture, right? So you have an A, F sharp, and you have your A, right? Right here. Right? And there we are. But instead of going back down, he keeps on moving up, right? And then at your bar, right? Keeping the same chord, right? 3, 2, 1, 4th string, 2nd string, 1st string, 9th position. You just make your bar and add your pinky right below on the 12th fret, right? Right? And then this is not new. You've seen this before. Sorry. Scrolling. sonata. And how does he want to do that? I would do a double slider. I'm gonna have to land with 2. Maybe that's what he meant. Right? On 51, you just have a G over here. On the D string, you're bar growing the A and the C sharp. Have fun.